All right, students, welcome to your very first Notre Dame Mr. Smith ACT Math Prep. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me personally if you have any issues. Topic one, we're going to start you off with probably the best strategy you can use because time, as we just heard, is kind of the essence. On the math test, you are a little crunched for time, so here's probably the best strategy I can give you is the first 10 questions. And the first 10 questions are generally about the same. We're going to go through those categories and look at those, and we're going to talk about how to time them out so that you can perform better and have more time in later questions on the test. There's only a handful of different categories that the first 10 questions will have. And when I say first 10, I really mean 10 to 15 to 20, whatever you don't find difficult anymore. Is really your key strategy here. So within those first 10, you will see a lot of geometric equations. So can you find the volume of a sphere or the area of a yard or whatever it may be? Do you know what f of x means? Or if you're given something to substitute into an equation, can you do that? Can you read? I know that that's a big question here. It is a major part of the ACT. Really, it's can you deal with TMI? Can you deal with too much information? So can you kind of weed through what information is extra and what is necessary and then answer the actual question. So be sure if there is within the first 10 a written out question, you read it carefully. That's where they're looking to trick you is really in the what it says. Can you solve a single variable equation? Not too bad. Get x by itself. Do you know your geometric terms? Do you know your algebra terms? Can you tell me what a product is versus a quotient? Can you use a calculator? This is a Dedoy right there. Really, it's just calculator work. They're going to give you some decimals or some fractions to add together. Use your calculator, slam those together. Can you do fractions? I know that's a toughie for some of us. Can you interpret a picture? So can you look at a diagram and tell what's going on? If I show you the diagram of a box, can you fold it together in your head? Or can you interpret a line graph, which we will see? Patterns. Do you notice if something is increasing by 3 every time? Can you tell me the next number in a sequence? Or if I give you several shapes in a row, can you tell me what the next shape will be? Simple probability. For some reason, mathematicians like to carry marbles in a bag with them everywhere they go. I think it's so they can ask you probability questions in a dark alley someday. So really basically pre-algebra. So if you know your pre-algebra, you can get through the first 10 or 15 or 20. It really depends on the test and how they mix it up a little bit more. But can you do your pre-algebra? Now here's the strategy you're going to use today and later in the week. So what I will ask you to do is I'm going to give you a set of 10 questions. And you will have 20 seconds to finish each question. So you're going to do 10 questions, 20 seconds apiece. And then I will give you 10 seconds to double check it. So you get a total of 5 minutes for 10 questions. Now that seems really fast, and you might be thinking, well, I get a minute a question, why shouldn't I take my time? Well, the idea is if the first 10 are all these pre-algebra type questions, you should only take 20 seconds per question and then 10 seconds to check it. But here's what you want to do to double check it. Finish all 10. And on the actual ACT, you will want to finish until you get to one that's difficult for you. And you'll finish those 10, and then go back and check them. You'll get some fresh eyes on it. That way, you're not looking at it right away and going, oh, yeah, I did that right. At least if you take a moment, take a beat, don't look at it right away. You might see something that you missed before. You get some fresh eyes on it. You're seeing it anew, if you will. So take about 20 seconds per question and time yourself. You will not be told the time today until your time is up. So see how you can pace yourself, and we'll do this a few times this week.